Everyone. So recently I've been told that I've become a little too much about God. And that's okay. That's about, some other people and their own healing that they may need to do. Um, but I've always tried to make everybody else around me more comfortable. So that hasn't been something that I've really been so vocal about. And now I am, and it's a little startling to some. It's a breath of fresh air to others. And you know what? It's a breath of fresh air to me, to not stifle that, to be open about it and to talk about it. Um, there's people out there that may feel the same way, where they struggle as far as finding faith. They've been through some rough things in life, and they're on that line of, do I believe? Do I don't believe? They take in so much of what others say and what others think and what others kind of push on them, and they don't always speak their own truth or are honest with themselves about how they feel. And it's okay. We all get there at some point. It's never too old to think something new. It's never too old to change your opinion. You're never too old for anything. It's never too late either. Um, it really isn't. I mean, unless you've done something so horrible that you are not going to be forgiven for, and there are things, it's never too late. Um, you know, being a victim of sexual abuse, especially as a child. I was 4 years old when it started, and it was my stepdad. Somebody you're supposed to trust. It's you want that family relationship, and you try to hold on to those good times, but there's really bad, dark, ugly times. And as a child, the only thing I can really think of that sometimes would keep me going. I mean, I literally, as I grew, would say for my New Year's resolution was to make it through the year, because I didn't always think I would. Whether it be by my hand or somebody else's, I didn't think I'd make it. But before that, when I was a little younger, before that was ever even something that I thought of or even knew of, um, there was something that would just alert me that something was coming, that he was coming. I mean, it'd be in the middle of the night and I'd wake up and it would just, it's just this weird feeling. And I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was something. And now that I'm older, I definitely know what it is, and I'm more open to a lot of things. And, that kept me a believer when it really wasn't something that structured into my life. It wasn't. I am this way because that's who I am. And I do believe in God, and I believe in the universe, and that he created the universe, and it's talking to me, and it talks to a lot of us. And we can be and believe however we want to and whatever we want to. Um, the point is that you do. The point is that you don't ever give up. The point is that you make the most of you, however you need to do it, whatever you need to believe to do it, whoever you need to feel is guiding you, they are. Whether it be loved ones that are now your angels, whether it be God, whether it be the universe, it's basically all connected. And by allowing that light into your life and allowing yourself to just be yourself, you will feel a lot better. It's really amazing how things used to be able to just kind of get me going quickly, like fight or flight in an instant. It would just be, no matter, it could be something small, but you never know what's going to trigger you. But now, through learning how to meditate and breathe properly and learning to trust that God has a path laid out for me, and that he didn't bring me this far to only bring me this far. I mean, even right now, there's, things going on in my health, and it's very frustrating and it's discouraging, especially in the world that we live in today and then the way the healthcare is right now. A lot of people are like, I couldn't do this. I couldn't deal with what you're dealing with. And you look really good still, and you look really happy, and on the outside, I know I do. And I wish that people could kind of see a little bit more about how this is. But part of that's my own fault, because I've always put on the strong face and just been the, nope, we power through everything. Nothing touches us. and we just keep going. But right now I'm really, really, really relying on faith and God to see me through this, because I can't do it by myself. Even with my husband and my children, I struggle. We all do. And especially because you never want to be upset in front of them. You always want to be the strong person for those you love. And, that is one thing. I can go in a room and I need to cry to somebody. I need to scream. I need to yell. I need to tell somebody that I'm so upset about something. But it might not be my family as far as being the right person. And sometimes our friends aren't available and sometimes nobody is. But he always is. My angels always are. And, they have ways of letting me know that they hear me and to let me know that I'm going to be okay. That I'm going to get through it. That I'm making the right decisions. That I'm following the right things to get where we need to be. Even if it's driving 10 hours to get to a doctor. You need to take care of yourself. In every way. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, every way. So don't deny any of it. Don't deny your health. If something's wrong, get it taken care of. Don't deny if you need mental help. Ask. It can be anybody. Literally anybody. Just, I need help. It is not a sign of weakness or a burden to say I need help. If you need help, you need help in any way. And it's okay to say that you need it. As far as every other way that we kind of just mentioned. Just love yourself as much as you possibly can. Work on it every day. It becomes easier. The more you turn away from the negative and the more you embrace positive, it does help retrain that brain that you have trained so long, that others have trained so long to put yourself down, to shut yourself out, and to just be whatever you're told. It is 2021. We don't have to do that no more. We're not sweeping things under the rug. We're not hiding the family pedo in the closet. We're not telling the guys down at church that it's cool to be there and then go drinking or immediately when you walk out the door or come in hungover. We are much more empowered to be who we are. We're much more empowered to be people, to be human, to say something's wrong when it's wrong and it's right when it's right. And it's the way we're going to help. This world is getting uglier by the day, but at the same time, I feel like there's just this rise of people who know it shouldn't be like this, of people who know that we're supposed to love one another, that culture and race, they're walls that we create, nobody else, and there's no need for them. This is, like I said, a whole different world that we can change. It started a long time ago, but I feel like the last little while it's just kind of been drummed down. And those of us that have that roar inside of us, God lives in everybody. He really does. It just, some of us shut him out. And those of us that have him inside, he is roaring right now, and he wants you to embrace it. He wants you to embrace being a human and being a good person and loving one another. So don't be afraid if somebody thinks you're becoming too much about God because you've always been quiet. It's just who you are, and they need to accept that. Real relationships, true relationships, people that are in your actual circle for you, they won't think anything of it. They really won't. If anything, you might spark them to say how they really feel about anything. And I'm not saying there's not people out there that are, that I know that don't necessarily believe what I believe, and that's okay. I still pray that they change that mindset at least and believe in something. I'm not saying that they have to believe exactly what I believe at all. Nobody has to. Just believe in something and keep going.